All right, so today we're diving into something pretty wild.
It's something that sounds like it's straight out of sci-fi, honestly,
Hmm.
but it's totally real.
And it could be affecting you right now, even if you've never heard of it.
Yeah.
We're talking about AI, hallucinations.
And to help us break it all down,
We're going to be using the work of the Global BrainTrust.
they're a group that's all about making sure we're thinking about AI.
From all sorts of perspectives.
Not just the perspective of Silicon Valley,
Right.
because this tech is going to impact everybody,
Absolutely.
everywhere, right?
Totally.
And thankfully, we've got an expert here to walk us through it all.
Happy to be here.
So let's get to it.
What exactly are we talking about when we say AI hallucination?
Well, it does sound kind of freaky, right?
It really does.
When you say it out loud like that.
Yeah.
An AI hallucination is
Right.
basically
When an AI system
generates info that's wrong.
or misleading.
Okay.
But it's not because of like a bug in the code or something.
It's because of the way the AI learned.
How to do its thing, you know?
Okay,
So like,
imagine you have one of those self-driving cars, right?
right.
And it looks at a stop sign.
It thinks it's a speed limit sign.
Oh,
Because it wasn't trained on enough real world examples.
that's what we mean.
That's an AI hallucination.
Okay, so it's not just that AI is making stuff up, it's that
Those fabrications can have real world consequences.
exactly,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that car could cause an accident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it didn't know to stop.
Exactly.
So how does this actually happen?
It's like this. AI is really, really good at seeing patterns.
Well, it's kind of its whole thing.
But sometimes,
It sees patterns that aren't really there
or it misinterprets what it's seeing.
because the data it learned from.
Was incomplete somehow.
So it's almost like it's seeing mirages in the data.
That's a great way to put it.
It really is.
And those mirages,
Can have some very real consequences.
they can, yeah.
And these aren't just like,
Theoretical.
you know,
The Global BrainTrust talked to an expert.
this professor who uses machine learning for their research.
Yeah.
And they were using AI to analyze a bunch of data.
And the AI.
I was so sure.
It found these groundbreaking correlations.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
That's the dream.
right.
That's what everybody's looking for.
When they use these tools,
Exactly.
the thing
The
is,
connection.
they were totally bogus.
Oh, no.
The AI had hallucinated them. There was no real connection there
Wow.
if they hadn't double-checked.
They could have wasted so much time.
Yeah.
Years, even,
You would think.
especially researchers, right?
You'd think.
They'd be skeptical of AI.
For sure. Here's the thing about AI hallucinations.
They're really convincing. The way these systems present information, it sounds so official.
Even when it's total nonsense.
So it's not just that it's making stuff up.
It's how easily we can be tricked, especially if we're not really paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And think about it. We're using AI for more and more every day.
All the time.
Medical diagnosis.
Financial decisions,
Mm-hmm.
even influencing. Like,
Our opinions on social media.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's wild.
So if AI can fool actual researchers.
People who, like, work with data all the time.
Right.
What hope does the average person have?
Yeah, that's the big question, right?
And it's something that the Global BrainTrust
It's
is
really concerned about.
They say one of the worst things about AI hallucinations
Is that they can spread misinformation.
They're crazy.
Like wildfire.
Yeah.
So like,
We're talking deepfakes and stuff, right?
yeah, that's a perfect example.
Seeing a video of someone
And it looks like they're saying something or
Right.
doing something.
that they never actually did.
That's a hallucination. And it seems like it's
only going to get harder to
Oh.
tell what's real
Oh,
and what's not
for sure.
as this tech gets better.
Especially since people already believe
I know.
whatever they see online.
It's already so bad.
Even without AI messing things up.
Right.
It's like, where do we even go from here?
Right. And it's not even just deepfakes
Think about like the news.
and social media.
Yeah.
Those algorithms,
The ones that decide what you see.
if they're hallucinating,
Uh-uh.
they could easily start,
Spreading fake news.
oh, man.
Promoting stuff that's totally misleading.
So it's not just the AI making stuff up.
It's that it can then spread that stuff through these networks.
Exactly.
That's exactly it.
And that could,
Like change public opinion.
for sure,
Even incite violence, right?
absolutely.
And this isn't just
like a
the
hypothetical.
Global BrainTrust has seen it happen.
Really?
Where AI misinformation has had
Real world consequences.
like what? Do you have an example?
Yeah, there was this case in Southeast Asia
Okay.
where this AI news aggregator,
It picked up this totally fake story
oh no,
about this politician.
who was supposedly involved in some scandal.
The story was totally made up,
Wow.
but the AI didn't know that.
So it started sharing it everywhere.
Oh, man.
It was bad.
What happened?
Caused huge protests.
Your case.
Ruined this politician's reputation.
People were even getting violent.
Wow. And then they figured out it was fake.
The damage was already done.
That's terrifying.
It's scary stuff.
It shows how vulnerable we are to all this, especially
What fast things spread online.
Oh, for sure. Social media makes it
so much faster.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Global BrainTrust, they say that.
This is why it's so important to hear diverse voices.
Right.
They say that in a lot of places.
Especially in the Global South.
Yeah.
Access to reliable information is already a problem.
Absolutely.
And then if you add these AI hallucinations on top of that,
It could be even more damaging.
it really could.
And way harder to fix.
Yeah. And that's why they say,
We need to think about this stuff.
from a global perspective,
Not just from Silicon Valley.
we need to consider the consequences,
For everyone.
not just people in tech.
Right, because AI is going to affect everyone.
Exactly.
So AI hallucinations.
Not exactly a cheery topic, huh?
Not exactly.
But the Global BrainTrust.
They're not just pointing out problems.
Oh, definitely not.
They're also trying to find solutions, right?
Absolutely.
So what can we actually do about all this?
Well, they're really big on something.
Called responsible AI.
Responsible AI.
It's basically...
A way of developing AI.
And using AI.
Ethically.
Okay.
Transparently.
So that it benefits everyone.
So it's not just like...
Letting the tech companies decide everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
And one of their big things is AI literacy.
AI literacy.
Yeah, like
Making sure that everyone,
not just the people building AI.
but everybody understands how it works,
Okay.
what it can and can't do.
How to spot a hallucination.
So basically, the more we know...
The less likely we are to be fooled by it.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power.
Right.
That's what they say.
There you go.
And part of that, I guess,
Is making sure.
that the people and companies making AI
Yeah.
are being transparent.
Absolutely.
Like, we need to know what they're training these AIs on.
Exactly. What data are they using?
Yeah, what are they doing about bias?
Right. Are they even trying to address that?
Yeah, how are they going to handle problems like hallucination?
Exactly. We need to be asking these questions.
Holding their feet to the fire a little bit.
Yeah, we can't just trust that they'll do the right thing.
You can't just believe everything the AI tells us.
Exactly.
Right.
We have to think critically.
Just like we would with any other information.
It's like,
Fact-checking, but on a whole other level.
it really is, yeah.
Like, our BS detectors need to be top-notch.
Yeah, you got to level them up.
Level up your BS detectors.
For the age of AI,
But the thing about these hallucinations...
they're so convincing.
They are.
Because they play on...
Stuff we already believe.
Exactly.
Our biases.
That's it. So it's like...
We have to be even more aware of those biases.
For sure.
So we don't just end up creating this world where AI is just reinforcing.
All the worst parts of us.
Yeah, it could easily happen.
But AI could also be a force for good.
Right, absolutely could be.
The Global BrainTrust talks about that too.
Yeah, they're not anti-AI at all.
They think it has so much potential.
Like what?
Healthcare, education, the environment.
It could revolutionize those fields.
That's amazing.
But it all depends on us.
On us.
We have to make
Or that it's developed and used.
in a way that aligns with our values.
So it's not enough to react to problems after they happen.
No, we have to be proactive.
We have to steer AI
Exactly.
in the right direction from the beginning.
From the very start.
And that's where having all those diverse voices comes in.
That's exactly it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not just about the...
Silicon Valley benefiting from AI.
Right. It's about everyone benefiting.
It's about making the world more equitable.
Yes.
More just,
It's
not
all-
just amplifying the same old inequality.
Exactly. That's the key.
Wow. This has been...
Quite a deep dive.
It has been a deep one.
We've talked about
What AI hallucinations are.
how they happen,
Mm-hmm.
why they matter.
And what we can do about them.
It's a lot to think about.
It really is.
So thank you to the Global BrainTrust
Yes, thank you.
for all their amazing work,
They're doing really important stuff.
and to everyone listening.
Now you know about AI hallucinations.
So what are you going to do about it?
That's the question, isn't it?
How are you going to engage with AI?
In a way that's informed.
And discerning.
It's up to all of us.
The future of AI is in our hands.
Let's make good choices.